Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Aegis Moto Adventures. Hey, it's a little bit cool this morning. The skies are cloudy and rain's threatening, but we'll see if we can get through the day without any rain. Looks like it's just a low percentage, so I'm hopeful. Hey, we've made it to the far end of our travels this time, and now it's time to start heading back home. We're going to be taking I-90, just State Road 90, across the Panhandle back to the east. We'll spend the night in Tallahassee, I believe. We'll see how far we get. Let's get started here.
Good morning. It's a very muggy day here in Gulf Shores. We're going to Chick-fil-A for breakfast and the donut store right next door. I said I need at least one donut on this trip. Anyway, looking forward to a great day.
Okay, so here's how it went. Sherry wanted a donut and I wanted a biscuit. But Krispy Kreme sounded pretty good too. So we each got a donut, but split the biscuit so as not to be too big of a piggy. Our goal this morning was to zigzag our way north until intersecting US 90. From there, we'll head east through small town after small town until reaching Tallahassee, the state capital. We see some old Florida communities and some old beautiful homes as well. Join us as we ride through the center of the Panhandle and visit a location where Florida and Georgia meet in the middle of a lake. I grew up in farm country, but I'm at a total loss as to what crop is being harvested here. It's too green to be wheat or oats, and they're not baling it like you would hay. If anyone knows, please add a comment. I am truly curious as to what crop this is. The Styx River is just 41 miles long and is a tributary of the Perdido River. The name Styx is associated with Greek mythology. The psychopomp named Charon guided souls from the living to the dead. Somewhere around the bridge here is a sign that reads, "Charon retired." I don't know the significance of the sign, but maybe it's a play on words because the Greek Sharon is spelled with a C. The Perdido River marks the state line between Alabama and Florida. So we're now in Florida. Escambia Bay lies between the Escambia River and Pensacola Bay. We'll soon be in the small town of Milton. Milton, Florida was incorporated in 1844 and is the county seat of Santa Rosa County. Blackwater River originates in Alabama and flows 57 miles through the Florida Panhandle, where it flows into Blackwater Bay northeast of Pensacola. Just outside Milton is an old brick road known as the Old Spanish Trail or State Road 1. Built in 1922, The 9-foot wide road runs adjacent to US 90 for 6 miles. Unbeknownst to me, a small section can be driven. How cool is that? Just outside of Milton, we see this small aircraft taking off. I sure hope the weather holds for him. I believe the railroad that runs along US 90 is the Florida Gulf and Atlantic Railroad. It consists of over 430 miles of track. Holt, Florida is a small unincorporated town. What I found interesting in the area was the old water towers. I've never seen towers constructed like these. From their appearance, they possibly were no longer in use and could be close to a century old. The Yellow River is 118 miles long and originates in Alabama. 54 miles of the river is a paddling trail managed by the Florida Department of Environmental Protection. Crestview is a medium-sized town and the county seat. Interestingly, Crestview is one of the highest locations in Florida at just over 235 feet above sea level. In Defuniak, we stopped for lunch and a short break. A fun fact is Defuniak Lake is just one of 2 spring-fed lakes in the world that are perfectly round. The Choctawhatchee River is 141 miles long and drains 5,350 square miles in Alabama and Florida. The river has a thriving population of Gulf sturgeon, a fish species listed as threatened under the Endangered Species Act. Bonifay is the county seat of Holmes County, Florida. Despite its small population, I found the town charming. Like many panhandle towns, its founding in 1882 was tied to the Pensacola and Atlantic Railroad. Only 9 miles away is the town of Chipley. Chipley was named after William Dudley Chipley, president of the Pensacola and Atlantic Railroad, and Florida senator from 1895 to 1897. When most people think of Florida, they think of beaches and sunshine. However, there are so many interesting things to do on the interior. If you want a leisurely ride through Old Florida, check out US 90. The Cottondale area of Florida was devastated by Hurricane Michael in 2018. It appears that this small town has completely recovered now. Less than 1,000 people call this place home. The town of Marianna was established in 1828 and a year later designated the county seat. The city of Southern Charm, as it's known by, is home to the Chipola College. This junior college is doing something right. Their academic team, the Brain Bowl, has won 9 state championships and 3 national championships. The Chattahoochee Bridge crosses over the Apalachicola River. Upstream, one can see the Woodruff Dam. Above the dam is Lake Seminole, which is actually a part of the Chattahoochee River. In turn, the Chattahoochee River creates the border between Florida and Georgia and Alabama and Georgia. Therefore, the southwest corner of Georgia occurs in Lake Seminole above the Woodruff Dam. As we head north to check out the dam, we cross over into Georgia. On the dam's access road, we will cross back into Florida. This process will reverse itself when we head back to town. Off to our right is Lake Seminole. Watch for that state line. It's coming up. Isn't this kind of crazy? It's one of those things you want to do just to say you did it. This hydroelectric dam is 7,000 feet long and 92 feet high and was completed in 1952. It is operated by the Army Corps of Engineers. Unfortunately, we were unable to visit the observation areas due to recent flooding. After leaving the dam, we head back into Chattahoochee. I found the town to be a great place to take a break and relax. Riding around the Greater Lake area looks to be a great opportunity. The Florida State Hospital was established in 1876 and was the only state mental institution until 1947. The administration building is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. From personal experience as a law enforcement officer, state hospitals provide the most humane way to treat individuals with severe mental disabilities. You can take this to the bank. Homelessness revolves around substance abuse and mental health issues. Quincy, Florida was established in 1828 and is the county seat of Gadsden County. Gadsden County became the hub of the Cuban and Virginian tobacco hybrid, which flourished until the beginning of the Civil War. I just love these old homes that we're seeing. Some are really, really well renovated and look beautiful. Well, my GPS took me right downtown Tallahassee, Florida. It wasn't all bad because we got to see the state capitol. It's pretty cool downtown and the traffic really wasn't that bad. We ride by the old state capitol building. How cool is that? Built in 1845, the building was saved from demolition and restored to its 1902 version. It now houses the Florida Capitol Museum and is listed in the National Register of Historic Places. We had been chuckling about the slim chicken locations that we were seeing along our ride. It's not a fast food restaurant that we were familiar with, so we decided to give it a try. It was a good choice. Well, here's Sherry with the day's recap.
Well, this was a really fun day. We were in 3 states, Florida, Alabama, and Georgia. And I think what I like are the back country roads and seeing the little towns and the old houses and just seeing how other people live. So anyway, I really enjoyed this day, and we're at a Fairfield Inn tonight in Tallahassee, and I think we're going to Ocala tomorrow, unless that changes.
This was kind of our longest day on the road today, getting to Tallahassee, but it was a fun day. We actually ran into some pretty interesting things to see. And going the back way in some of these small towns, boy, you see some old homes that are just absolutely beautiful. Some of them had renovated to the T, so that's really cool. Well, at the end of the day here, we stopped off at a place, a restaurant we'd been seeing called Slim Chicken. And I was kind of joking about, I really don't want my chicken slim, I kind of want it fat. As a joke that I wanted more meat on the bones. But we ran right by one of those, and so we decided to pull in, and they're actually pretty good. I got to give them credit. It was a nice meal. So that was a lot of fun. So that's how we ended up our day. We're in the hotel, and we'll hit the road tomorrow. We're in position to head down State Route 27 towards Ocala. See you tomorrow morning.